welcome to another Saturday morning nerd out. This is going to be our last nerd out for at least a week. For right now, we are taking a week off of Kyber Cave, except for Retro Alcove because it's a video upload. We'll get more into that as we get to the end of the show. I am Graveyard, and I am pleased to have everyone here today. Let's get into this. I think he is the Blue Beetle himself, the one and only. Should do. Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, tired, good.
Awesome, ready to nerd out this morning?
Definitely. Let's do this.
Sweet. And somehow we're gonna have to make this work because these two women are entangled quantumly. The one and only Fray and Mezzo.
Hey.
How's it going?
I've lost my bangle. Oh no. That's why we're entangled.
It's going spectacularly.
Sweet. Well, I mean, I think you just went the Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker. The bangles are inside you the entire time.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. I know. Wow. All right.
Wow.
But before we get into this nerding today, we have to thank our sponsor, Dubby. Whether you're just waking up for the nerd out, staying up late gaming with us, stuck in your Retro Alcove for hours at a time, or just tired from all your Saber fights, our sponsor is just for you. Dubby has no calories, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors. Each serving has 150 milligrams of caffeine, which is equivalent to 2 cups of coffee. And because it contains neurofactor, which is from neurotropic, derived from the coffee fruit, it delivers all the energy and focus with none of the jitters. To get 10% off, go to www.dubby.gg and use code KCP2023. So thank you, Dubby, for being our sponsor. Make sure to check that out. They have great flavors. I'm still petitioning for pickle flavored for Phil because I know how much he loves pickles.
I would legit use that flavor with other flavors. So
I think a Dubby pickleback would be amazing.
pickleback. That's good.
Ooh,
So-
hey, here, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Can you hear this?
Of
Yes.
course.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
Mezzo.
hear it. I can hear it from where I live without going over stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to be mic'd for us to hear you too.
I didn't test it last night, so I just randomly thought of it.
But before we get into our main topics tonight, because we have a lot of trailer reactions, we have something special because it's a mad world in a galaxy far, far away. So why don't you take it away, Mezzo, and see what we're doing special today?
So something new we're going to be trying out for some fun is Star Wars Mad Libs. So I'm going to be asking my friends here on the side to give me some words, and I'm going to fill it in, and then I'm going to read it to you. All right. So
Family friendly.
Graveyard.
Yes,
Family.
family.
Darn.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm-
family friendly.
I have been warned.
Graveyard. May I please have an adjective?
Dusty.
Shadoo, a plural noun.
Plural noun.
And I'm pretty good at blocking out what the rest of the words are, so I am also surprised, like when I'm reading.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
Books must be fun for you.
Let's go votes.
Fray girl, a singular noun.
Unicorn.
Adjective.
You did adjective.
Me?
Oh, no. She gave the unicorn, so graveyard an adjective. I don't need to do this.
Another adjective?
Yeah. Unless you want me to take adjective and then you can do the next one.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay. All right. Part of the body.
Part of the body.
Hi, Ark.
Hey.
The weenus.
Halloween.
Yeah.
We're trying to be family friendly.
Let's go with
It's unfortunately trademarked.
Funny Bone.
Funny.
Oh.
Though.
Nice.
Hopefully I can read my own writing when we're done. All right. To do an adjective from you.
Fans always naming shows.
Lovely.
Lovely. And then Fray girl, a plural noun.
Hmm.
The title of this one's called The Power of the Force.
Oh no.
She's looking around.
I'm
She's
looking
looking around.
around.
She's looking around at her stuff.
What cool things can I say? All right, I'm gonna say child.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I have a part of the body. I'm going to do tongue. Hopefully that doesn't end up really bad. Okay. Graveyard. Adjective, hun. Sorry.
Adjective?
Yes.
Did
I tell you what my previous adjective was? I didn't, did I?
No.
Okay.
No.
You don't, soft, but yeah.
Okay.
Soft.
Oh.
That's what I used. Okay.
Okay.
Furry.
Effervescent.
Effervescent.
Effervescent. That's good.
I'm gonna
Good luck
just
spelling it.
I know what the word is. No one's gonna see my spelling. Should do adverb. Kyber Cave. Okay, Van. How come I hear a spoon hitting a bowl, but nobody is eating cereal?
Okay, because Husby's eating beef stew that he cooked for last night in the crock pot. So he's eating it now. So
Mr. S, I'm very, very jealous.
Husby, they're all jealous of you eating the stew.
He's like, cool.
He just was
right.
like, because he's eating the stew.
Adverb from should do.
Adverb.
Yes.
Excuse me, I want myself put an adverb as. No.
Ly.
Yeah,
I think.
Ly.
Oh, what?
Like playfully, something like that.
Clumsily.
Reconnoitery. No, wait, no, that's not.
Terribly.
All right. Play girl, a singular noun.
I'm getting all the nouns.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're easy, right?
All right, singular noun. Yeah, you say that, and they're not. Signal.
Oh.
Is that a noun? Would signal be a noun? I guess
It's a
it
thing.
could be a noun. Yeah, you
could
could
be
have
a
a
noun.
signal.
You trace
Okay.
the signal.
Plural
Signal being-
part
a
of the
signal.
body. Noses. And then
Singular
graveyard,
noses.
finish us off, adverb.
Adverb.
Yes.
Shenanigans.
What?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
That is not a word.
I've got it. Oh no, I've got it. Marginally.
There you go. For force. Marginally.
Does he say that one a lot?
Effervescently. No.
All right.
Force says it on the build a lot.
The
Margin.
power of the Force. The Force is a mystical, dusty power. As Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi once said, the Force is an energy field created by all living votes that surround us, penetrates us, and binds the unicorn together. Hi, Chuck. Using the power of the Force, a Jedi can do many soft things, like using the Force to exercise funny bone control over a lovely-minded child. Okay. A Jedi can only use the Force to move objects with his or her tongue.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how effervescent these things are. It only matters terribly the Jedi believes in the Force. That kind of makes sense in a weird
It
way.
only matters terribly.
Okay. Most importantly, the Force teaches a Jedi to rely on his or her feelings, which is not that was the one sentence I think that didn't have a word added to it.
Mm.
As Obi-Wan Kenobi told his student Luke Signal Walker. So Luke Signal Walker.
Signal walker.
Signal Walker.
Of course.
Your noses can deceive you. Don't trust them. Instead, a Jedi should marginally trust in the Force. That last one was good. That is
Yes.
your weekly Mad Libs.
There you go.
Thank you, Mezzo. Yeah, let us know.
The next one is The Power of the Dark Side by Emperor Palpatine.
Um,
Do it.
I'm saying right now that we just do a short adult version of a Mad Lib at some point in time, not
Oh,
on
yeah.
this show, just to
Right. No.
just to
You can make
see how.
just do an upload of just a
Yes,
short.
just an upload.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a quick upload. But
Yes.
not a short because it will take longer than that.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Well, with that in mind, shall we get into our trailer thoughts with our first and
Let's
foremost?
shall.
My goodness, there's so much stuff in this thing that needs to get deleted.
Oh my gosh. And like, it's like the strike is over. Let's just open every floodgate that we've ever had in the history of time.
Oh, sorry. I meant all the stuff in StreamYard. There is like 80 video clips in here that need to get
Oh,
deleted.
God.
Oh,
That's for a different show, and then SR I can remove all those. Actually, right.
So, all right, but what if season 2, 9 episodes in 9 days? We will not be doing game show, but we will be doing a review, probably in a 2-parter, depending on how it falls into it. It should be 2-parter. So, Metzel, since you're there in that corner, why don't you tell us your thoughts on season 2 trailer?
So it's interesting because I think it looks so good. And I love the different like possibilities that you could think of, like last season when you had what if T'Challa was Star-Lord, stuff like that. And I used to actually feel really negative about the series, like because I was so attached to, I think it's like Earth 616, but like our original characters.
Yeah.
I was so attached to them and the way things were. But then I realized I mean, Gregor and I are we're writing a horror movie, and I like stories and telling stories, and this is just another way of telling stories, canon or not. Like, why would it really matter to me and my soul about like having to have it stuck a certain way? So now that I've kind of like opened up my heart to that, I think it looks really interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. And I love, his name Jeffrey, the Watcher.
Jeffrey Wright.
Thank you.
Waters.
I adore him.
Owatu.
I just think of him as from either Westworld or Hunger Games.
Westworld.
Yeah.
That's
Sweet. Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do because the first season was kind of what if the previous phase 1, 2, and 3 happened differently. I don't think we went to phase 3. It kind of did because we got the Infinity Gauntlet. So it's phases 1, 2, and 3. The Infinity Stone saga. Now, obviously, we're in phase 5, right? Right
Supposedly.
now, supposedly,
Right.
So
Who knows?
It's interesting to see how many of those movies we're going to get back to. Right? We have hints of the 80s Avengers essentially that we had with Hank Pym, with not T'Chaka, right? King T'Chaka as Black Panther, and seeing what all that looks like. We do see Tony Stark back. We are, maybe getting a horror-ish one as well. And obviously we see Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, come back, that he has to then help maybe do another universal or multiversal Avengers. So I'm excited for 9 episodes in 9 days. It's a lot. This is a binge. It's not once a week, which is fine. But I'm excited to see what happens for it. I like the what ifs. Interesting stuff can always happen. And the one I'm most excited for is what if Ego visited, Star-Lord as a kid and he already got his powers in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Should do. What do you think?
I mean, I loved the first season. I think second season is going to be amazing. I don't really remember too much of the trailer, but no, it's it was. I've slept since then, but it was great. No, but I'm really excited. Yeah, the whole T'Chaka thing seems really interesting. Yeah, no, I do think they were moving kind of towards the more current phases as well.
Mhm.
So I think it'll be interesting. Curious
Cool.
what they do with it.
Fray.
Yeah. What if season 2?
Don't care.
No, I actually am really excited about it. I just thought it might be a little, like, wait, what? Fray
Huh?
doesn't. Fray just was like, good, thumbs up. Let's move on.
Yay.
Because I never do that.
You never
No.
just go,
I never go, oh, hi. Yeah, I like it. I don't do that. All right. So what if season 2?
Mhm.
Let's break this down. Last we left the what if universe, which I'm so into what if and so into Elseworlds. Anytime I see something that's not in its original format, like
Mhm.
Dune came out as a book, anything on the screen, Elseworlds. I've always thought that. I'm like, hey, this is their interpretation of it. So I guess because I've read comics for so long and loved the What If series, the comic book series, and loved the Elseworld series, which is the DC version, really. To me, this was perfect because I tend to say, well, what if this happened? Well, what if that happened? Well, what if this happened? And so we get some answers to that. I loved the Thor party episode, like Party Thor, frat boy Thor or whatever they called him. I loved that episode. I thought that was a great episode, which was a surprise. I loved that they did the Chadwick Boseman with the T'Challa. I love that so this season, I like that they seem to be taking it forward a little bit more.
Mhm.
When we left, Uatu had pulled different variants, I guess we can call them, but different heroes from different worlds, and they all faced, Ultimate Ultron, I guess, all Infinity Ultron. I don't know what they call him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, and then when you see the tag where it says "What if?" Hey, Aubrey.
Hey.
When you see the tag for it, it's not just Uatu this year. It's Uatu and it's Captain Carter. So I think there is going to be another multiversal thing, and I don't want to say this out loud yet, but we may see some of these animated heroes in live action in Secret Wars.
Kind of like how we got Captain Carter in Mom.
Right. Like we will start seeing them in live action. So I think that's the next thing. I think this what if they're not saying it's Marvel Spotlight, and we got introduced that Marvel Spotlight is something that is not canon. You don't have to watch it to understand everything else in the MCU. So, and they are getting it out before Echo, and Echo is the first Marvel Spotlight. So they're making a point of getting it out before then. So I think we might see some of these. I think we might see a Uatu as well. So is that pie in the sky kind of thing? Yes, it is. And this is not a trailer reaction that I'm doing, but that's kind of where I went. I spitballed into that.
I mean,
but
yeah,
no, I'm really excited about the episodes. I think 1602 is going to be amazing. I hope that they do Neil Gaiman justice for it, because it was an amazing series and I cannot wait to see it in animated form. And the whole 80s Avengers with T'Chaka, and you've got the Marvel is on there, and it sounds like they got all of the actors that did the live action version as themselves in that. And I just think that's amazing. That was a surprise I didn't know I wanted to see, and now I'm desperate to see it. And so I think that, like, again, they can do whatever they want. And they picked these 9 stories to tell us in the second season. So, and the first season did have a little, I mean, we got some knowledge that we didn't know about different universes and how other creatures can do it. They played with the whole nexus thing and the points in time that fixed points in time that can't be changed kind of thing. So I think we got some information. I assume we'll get some more this season. I just think it's fantastic. I think it's awesome. And I can't wait. And I can't wait to see each episode by themselves and then see if and look at it culminating. And we don't have to wait 9 weeks. We can watch it in 10 days if we want, So
Right.
Merry Christmas to all of us, or happy holidays, or
Happy
I was
Turkey
gonna
Day.
say, hey, Yom Kippur, but that I don't think has anything to do with Christmas. So or even in the right thing. So I'm just gonna shut up now.
All right. Captain, do you watch season 1? Do you have any thoughts on season 2 or no?
We have plans to do watch throughs of a lot of these things,
Yeah,
but
we've
that
gotta
has
do
not
that.
culminated yet. We will though.
Okay.
There will be upcoming things, I'm sure, for
Yes.
the ladies of Kyber Cave.
Ooh.
So
All right. Speaking
I've been
of,
focusing solely on New Order, so I've been not trying and with this week being really wonky, just happened.
well, speaking of lady-centric things,
Ooh.
Madam
Yeah.
Web. Did you watch the trailer, Captain?
You know what though?
No, I have
You
actually
could
failed this week. I have
cosplay.
failed all of us.
No, you could cosplay as Dakota Johnson
Oh,
as Madam Web. You really could. Like you
Yeah.
could do it. You've got the presence, the hair.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
You
no,
could totally
that's a
do
huge
it.
compliment.
Put a maroon coat on you, and girl, you got it going on. All right.
I have a maroon. I actually have a maroon duster
Mm,
trench coat.
Nice.
Funny enough.
fancy.
All right. Should you?
I-
What do you think? Trailer reaction.
Okay, well, I might go against the grain here. I did not really like it. It looks very kind of cheesy. It looks a bit like a fan film to me at points.
How
It
dare?
just doesn't. What? No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. No,
Don't
no,
back
I,
down.
Fan films are
Have
not
your-
bad. I think some of the best things I've seen are fan films. I'm just saying. How dare?
no, I completely agree. No, I have nothing against fan. I've made fan films. No, I just don't think a professional cinematic production should look like a fan film.
Well, in fairness, it's Sony, so it's not professional. With MCU.
Yeah.
Fair. But it just looks very stereotypical, I guess. Very basic, very like, okay, did we really need this? I don't hate the character. I don't know much about the character. I'm curious about how they do this. I don't think I've ever heard of the character. So I'm curious about her, but I don't know if they're gonna do it justice. It does not seem like it's gonna be very good. So that's
Mm.
my only thing. But I mean, we'll see. I might be surprised.
All right, Mezzo.
So I only know a little bit about the character. She debuted in the 90s, and in the cartoon, she was actually voiced by Stan Lee's wife.
Yep.
And she is
Oh, that's so cool.
her character is a disabled precog.
Mhm.
And that's all I remember specifically about the character. The trailer itself, so it looks okay. I mean, some cool things for comic callbacks. There's a couple of the comic accurate type things, one of the girls that she's somehow intertwined with, connected with, a couple of their costumes are comic book accurate from what you can see in the trailers. But I'm not feeling thrilled. Oh, I really need to see that. I really want to see that. There's not that feeling there. And it could be because I'm not really knowing the character very much, no connection to it. I'll be honest, the only history I know about it was from watching Eric Foss's breakdown of the trailer itself. And those are just the things I remember from watching his breakdown. But because I'm not really feeling like Captain America, everyone knows who that is, and so you have this different kind of feeling when you watch the first Avenger. But now this one is kind of okay, I'll probably see it. I may not see it in theaters. I don't know for sure. It depends on what's out right then. But yeah, so it looks okay.
All right. Fray.
Do you?
Sorry.
Okay. So actually, I don't know a lot about the characters, believe it or not. I'm not really a Spider-Man fan, stan, whatever. So I don't know a lot about these characters. I knew Madam Web. I just knew that she was an older person that could see the future, and she was a pain in the butt to Spider-Man. That was about all I knew about her. But she was older, So when Dakota Johnson was playing her, I was like, well, that's weird. Maybe they're doing like an origin story or whatever. But no, it doesn't seem like they are, because they've got the second Spider-Woman in it and the third Spider-Woman in it. And then Arana, who was Spider-Girl.
Yes.
So, and that is tied to a comic where they're all in it, called Spider Women or something, that came out like in 2018 or something. But the second Spider-Girl, the redhead, her first appearance was in Secret Wars.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if they're gonna, at least one of them's gonna show up in Secret Wars, because really apparently that's all I care about right now, because that's what my brain automatically assumes. But yeah, no, I it's got to strike against it because it's Sony, and I have yet to see any of the Venom films, and I don't plan on it. And I haven't seen the Morbius.
Mobius?
No,
Nor should you.
the vampire
Sorry.
one with
Morbius.
Leto.
Yeah.
Morbius.
Yeah,
Haven't seen that.
Morbius. Yeah, Morbius is interesting.
Haven't seen any of the Sony ones except the Spider-Man themselves movies. So I don't know if I'm going to see it or not. I'm all about girl power. I want all the female characters to succeed, because I didn't know about them, and so, but they're all good, like female diversity, like, and I just feel like it should be a good thing. I hope it's done well. I hope they do the characters justice. But yes, it's Morbin time. It's never Morbin time. Never.
No.
But yeah, so I'm not even like that. Like so I don't know if I'll see it or not. I will probably wait until it comes out on streaming. Because Sony has as much as the MCU has been a little inconsistent lately. We'll say that it's inconsistent. Sony has been consistently bad.
Yep.
And the only thing that has saved the Spider-Man movies is that they've let Marvel have some control over it, and Tom Holland, and Zendaya, and all of the other actors.
I mean, the first Spider-Mans were not that bad.
No, they weren't that bad.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, those have been consistent. They've been
And
really
also,
consistent. But yeah,
X-Men First Class was actually pretty good, and Days of Future Past was actually fantastic.
Well,
I
I've
was
seen all
on
those.
that hill.
No,
I'll
but
die on that hill, and those are Sony. So those are Sony movies. To be fair.
Exactly, but it's more recently
Captain,
those are
let
Fox
me
movies.
clarify. Let me clarify with the captain here. She's got some valid points. I've seen all those movies. I do enjoy all of the X-Men movies, and I guess what I meant was the current, like, since Tom Holland took over, he's done an amazing, like, those movies have been amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I'm not going to disagree with you there.
Yeah, no,
and I mean,
yeah.
Surprise! I mean, and I actually even liked Andrew Garfield Spider-Man too. I actually thought they were pretty good. I wasn't upset with them or anything. Spider-Man 3. Andrew was a great Peter Parker, and Toby was a great Spider-Man, and Tom has been a great both. And so I think that's I will agree with you. It's kind of like the whole, like, which Batman was the better Batman, where you had like Val Kilmer was like a fantastic Batman. You had Michael Keaton was best of both, but you had and then George Clooney, who was actually a great. I will say in his case, I thought he did a good Bruce Wayne, but he was a terrible Batman.
Yeah.
Those movies
Well,
had problems.
and then
Okay.
it wasn't bad effects.
All right, we're talking Madam Web. Let's
Anyway,
Yep. Okay.
six
So
other
let's-
things to get through here.
I was waiting
back
for
train wreck.
Graveyard to go. Okay, guys, come on, let's.
So
Are you gonna-
I need my
you get
potato
some
overlay
potatoes?
back in here.
Yeah.
It was removed. So let me give my quick thing here. This is Sony. Sony has not done any good MCU property. They tend to overstep their boundaries and studio interference because we got Spider-Man 3 and the awful Venom because of it. We got,
That's true.
Morbius. We got all this other stuff. Craven looks like it's going to be absolutely awful.
Except the
And-
apps.
Well, so here's my biggest concern about Madam Web. One, she's supposed to be like an 80-year-old woman, and while Dakota sounds like she's dead when she's acting,
Fair.
she has dead eyes and she is so panned when she speaks that it's going to be one thing. My concern is because Sony doesn't know how to do these properties well, and we have an all-female team going against a male villain. There's going to be so many male jokes that are going to be awful.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to do women power, but they're going to do it horribly. They're going to try to do this, and they're going to go, okay, this isn't going to work. So they're going to try to make the template and be awful, so other people are not going to want to do it.
Yeah.
That's my concern.
I agree.
Ah! So yeah, that's my sense of Madam Web. Will I see it eventually? Do I think it's going to play into what the comic actually is? Not at all. I think it's going to be outdated, and I think it's just going to be another flop in their attempt. And let's face it,
it's going to be like the Ghostbusters reboot?
yes.
Did you answer the man's question? Because it asked if it was theaters or streaming. It's theaters, correct?
Yes.
Well,
Only in theaters.
for right now. Who knows? They might change their mind. So
Depending on reception, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that they missed the mark of not having Spider-Gwen.
So there, Emma Roberts is in it, and they won't disclose what her role is. I think it's Spider-Gwen. I think it is. I think she's going to be Spider-Gwen. As soon as I heard she was in it and they hadn't said who she was, I was like, oh, she could be Spider-Gwen. She's either going to be Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider? Yeah, because they called her both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I was like, that would be cool. And they should actually tell everyone that now.
Right.
They need to say Emma Roberts is gonna be Spider-Gwen. We're gonna get Spider-Gwen, guys.
It'll be good for the PR for it.
Would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a couple of thoughts, if I may.
Yes,
just real quick.
absolutely.
So I do agree with you, Graveyard. I also think that if they take the lessons that they did have for, like for say like the Ghostbusters reboot, which they're trying to do the female power, but they try to make it all silly and it was men writing for women that.
Right.
And it was like, oh, we'll just put all these jokes and do all these, and it just did not go well. So I think if they have a team of writers that were women writers who took it seriously and not taking it as a joke, situationally there can be humorous moments, of course, but they take it to like this is more of a serious thing, and we're just writing these people as people. Then I think that it might actually pan out much better than we all hope.
Yeah.
But I think for some reason there's this weird ideology of like, oh, it's an all-female team. Oh, you've got to do it this way. It's a very weird men writing women thing that where it becomes the huge problem. And so that's my hope, is that they're going to be like, no, we're going to treat these as people, like human beings.
Right.
I hate
Not
that I
just
have to quote
figureheads.
that, but not just caricatures.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that will make it a far better cry if we just treat them like write women as if you're writing men. I mean, obviously not, but like, you know what I mean? But the same token, like taking them seriously as characters.
If you're a man more comfortable writing men, write women like men, and then you can change it later. It's just
Hey, I mean, Ripley was a character that they didn't know was going to be male or female. So
Yeah.
just give me an idea.
Just
for the
treat them
then
like
in the
people.
end-
That's the problem.
In the end, she's leading a brothel, and that's where she gets Madam Web from. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well,
There you
anyway, God, I
Boom.
hope
It's
they
like
do
a
that.
mom.
Anyway,
But we'll see.
that's my 2 cents for that.
Awesome. All right. So
it.
we are going into a spoiler filled zone here. So anyone who doesn't want to get spoiled by
I'm sorry, but that was hilarious. That was so funny. Oh, clip it. Somebody
Aw,
clip it.
clip that.
I'll make note. I'll make note.
all right. Do you want me do you want
36,
Fray to go first?
Yeah, have Fray go first while I make this note.
All right, Fray. Spoiler filled review of the Marvels. Without you can spoil all your thoughts on it.
Okay, here we go. So, I really liked it. I thought it was a really good film. I thought it was fun, and I feel like we miss that's something that we've been missing in the phase 4 and phase 5. It's just fun. It's not doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's okay. Now there are some serious parts in it. And Dar-Ben is a little unbalanced. Like, it's not you want to feel for her, but I don't think you quite get there, just because she doesn't, like, there's nothing, she doesn't even try to reach out. It's not even, it's like worse than Shen in Ahsoka. Like, she doesn't even, like, she immediately is like, no, I'm just gonna kill you. It's like she doesn't. And so that's kind of, that's where, that was the thing that got me a little, was that the villain wasn't, and I don't know if she was supposed to be truly the villain. And that, I think that's where it was. They didn't want to make her as villainous as they could have. So her part, like Dar-Ben, was, it's like they just went, okay, let's focus on these 3 and solving the problem. And Dar-Ben just happens to be in the way of this problem. And I felt that, and the citizens of the Kree, they're just in the way. Let's, if we get to fix that while we're fixing everything else, we'll do that too. And so that was kind of the thing that I was just like, well, that could have been a little bit better. That's nitpicking though, because I came out of the theater just being like, no, I want to see it again. I love it. It's fantastic. Iman Vellani is adorable as all get out. I love her.
I love her.
Yeah, her and Goose, the way that she interacts with Goose, she's like, oh my god.
She's like she's like a kid carrying a baby with a dirty diaper.
Right. And then at the end, Goose is there. They kept that Flurkin. And the Flurkittens, oh my gosh. And the way that they have the Flurkittens, like, that was hilarious. Like, they think it's this, like, big threat, and then it winds up they're all little Flurkins, little baby Flurkittens. And Nick Fury, you think he's like, no, he picks one up. And it's like, aren't you so cute? You're so cute. And I'm like, what the heck? Dude, you got one eye down. You only got one eye. Maybe don't do this. And then let's see what else.
Let me see. What did you do? Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So I loved the whole Beast thing, but Captain Lady Moon, you need to give us a couple more minutes.
We're spoilers for
spoilers.
Marvels. So you can
Marvels.
just mute us. You can mute your sound if you want to.
Yeah, there you go. And so, but Beast wasn't the big thing for me. It was binary. I was like, what? Monica's binary? I was like, and then I was like, her hair better turn on fire. She better turn that orange color when she's powered up. I bet, that's best be what's happening. Because I was really excited about that. And that whole thing, I thought that was great. It was like, for a second, Monica thought, this has all been a bad dream. Mm-hmm. I'm back in my bed. My mom's here, and then to have Maria go, who? Wait, what? And then you have Beast walk in, and you heard his voice, and you were like,
Kelsey Grammer.
That's Kelsey Grammer.
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, so that was really cool. The Kamala recruiting Kate Bishop. Bishop. Recruiting Kate Bishop that way. Like
she's so Nick Fury, like sitting in the dark.
She's like the anti Nick Fury. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
she was all like, "Hi, I'm gonna get a team together." And it was just like, how cute
yeah, sorry,
are
I'll say
you?
my turn. It's my turn.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh my
god, nerded out too hot.
So you got my joke from last week. If it's all ones and zeros.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Well, and the whole how they did the Annihilator thing. Oh man, they could have spent a little bit more time on that. I did love that they went to a singing planet and she got married to this prince guy. And I was like, this is awesome. Oh my gosh.
K-pop dude. Gotta be a K-pop dude.
He's huge in Korea, like huge. And the way that Kamala was just like, yeah, this is great. And you've got Monica going, I can't, and then by the end, she's all like, ooh, ooh. So you kind of got to see her relax a little. I want to say unclench. And then, and Kamala. And every time Kamala was on the screen, I was like, she just makes it all better. Honestly, I was like, she knows the character so well. She embodies the character. And anytime she is on screen, she is a light, a piece of light on screen. And yeah.
All right. Cool.
He was like, at the beginning, he was like bouncing with his ears plugged to no music. So the movie was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. There was one part where a tough decision had to be made and Kamala struggled with that, but they never touched back on it. And I kind of expected that maybe that was a deleted scene or something. But
I know you're talking about the scrolls.
The scrolls.
Scroll planet. Scroll planet.
And I do kind of I wish my first thought when Darben was doing all this was couldn't you possibly make deals with some planets especially the water? Couldn't you made some kind of import export deals? You have a ton of water. Can we have some? Yeah. Obviously if they're just one little island pretty much and the rest of the planet is water, I think it'd be nice to make some kind of trade. But she went straight to, if you don't bow down, we're going to kill y'all kind of a thing. Yeah. Which was rough. I did want to feel for Darben more as well. I felt like my emotional connection wasn't there with her. I did feel bad for I think her intentions, the purpose of what doing it was trying to just save her and her people, mainly her people. She was happily die when this happened. But my favorite scene of the entire thing was probably the Flurkin escape. My husband awesome. And I we actually were the only ones in the theater because we went in the middle of the day on a day of the week because it was my birthday. And we let ourselves just rip laughing because nobody else was there. And it was just such a good, hilarious moment. And my husband and I were like, that's actually really smart. Because my brain didn't think about it being a different, an inner dimension, a different inner dimension for the Flurkins. Just let the Flurkins eat you. You'll be okay. I'm like, okay, who was that announcer? Because everybody else is freaking out except for those who know about the Flurkins. And that announcer is so chill. I'm like, okay, I want him on my team because he keeps a cool head. No, whatever that is. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I loved a lot of it. Kamala brings that youth and importance about staying together that Monica and Carol really needed. I always forget her name's Carol because I just think of Captain Marvel. But having not seen each other in so long, and Kamala just brought that love back together. I guess that's it. I'm done talking.
Yeah, it's like she's got a new Lieutenant Trouble. Yeah, I loved the name. When they were trying to name Monica, I loved that whole sequence. Professor Marvel. I was like, okay.
I'm also really happy because I ordered a 5-piece of French toast and they gave me 6.
Woo!
There you go. All right. Are we ready to go on to the next Fantastic Four?
Someone let Captain Lady Moon. I was
Yeah,
someone let Captain
I'm
Lady
doing
Moon know
this.
that
Like,
we're
come
done.
on.
Come on.
Essentially, there's lots of rumors. We had rumors this week. I think they said that there's rumor that it was going to be Hayden Christensen that is playing Mr. Fantastic. Now they're saying that it's Pedro Pascal going to be playing Mr. Fantastic.
Guys, I'm sorry, I have something.
Well, you know what? He is a reluctant daddy, so.
I'm sorry, guys. I have something to say. I am playing Mr. Fantastic.
That's where you've been.
The other rumor is I saw that Joseph Quinn was in talks to be Human Torch. If you don't know who that is, that's Eddie from Stranger Things.
Yes, like I said, this is.
Cool.
I think
Not
this is
bad,
all
actually.
rumors. I mean, what do you guys think of the rumors? Just a quick minute or two, and then do you think these are castings good? Or do you want to wait to the final casting? When do you think we should hear this?
I don't know at this point.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just hoping it's better than Fan Four Stick at this point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still hoping that they're going to keep John Krasinski in 616 still, because he was great. So
talking about the guy that played Mr. Fantastic in the
Multiverse of Madness.
And Multiverse of Madness, yeah.
And Mom.
Yes, he was 838.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, I actually liked that casting. I thought it was we just didn't get enough of him.
Yeah, and that was the fan casting for a
bad,
while before
He's
that
spaghetti
too.
now.
So
He's
with John
spaghettification.
I mean, that we all know that movie was a cluster, but
I mean, I loved it.
So are you just kind of just holding off then, Shadu, until you hear the final?
I'm holding off. It's still John Krasinski. I don't know. I think Pedro would be cool. That'd be interesting. It's fairly stereotypical for him, so he's gonna have like a baby Fantastic Four or something.
There you go.
Like a little team. It's just children. He's gonna have to lead them across the wasteland of Sokovia or something.
Here's how they're going to
interesting.
introduce the Fantastic Four: a childless couple who has befriended a older than they are man and her boy child brother all embark on a mission to save a child.
Man, God. Oh, okay. That's funny.
So
I
Fray,
would-
what do you think of these rumors?
So until we hear it from Marvel, I don't believe anything. But
Oh yeah.
if Pedro got it, I would be fine with that. I'm okay with it. You know what? I my level of not caring about who Mr. Fantastic Four is, or Mr. Fantastic or whatever the heck they call him, Reed Richards. I was never really a Fantastic Four. I loved the Fantastic Four Ultimates. I thought that was fantastic. I thought that was fantastic. But I've never really been a fan of them. They didn't really appeal to me. I liked the people the same age fighting crime, being rebels and stuff. I was a Teen Titans and X-Men person.
Right.
That's what I liked.
Right.
I didn't really care about the Fantastic Four. It was like, oh, great. Oh, you got a stretchy guy. Oh, she disappears. This guy's rock. Ooh, he can turn into flame. I just didn't care. Right. So whatever. And so, yeah, I like that they would pick someone that is more culturally diverse. I think that is great. I thought Adam Driver was not I just don't think that the way he does things is very Fantastic Four. Like Pedro Pascal knows what to expect on a very universe spanning IP because he's done Star Wars. He can bring something to it that others can't. He's also been in a not so great IP of Wonder Woman 1984, although I loved it. it was not well received. And his Maxwell
did
Lord was
too,
not
but,
the
yeah.
traditional Maxwell Lord. So I'm just saying he has he has the credentials to do it. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I wouldn't have a problem with him being Dr. Doom either.
There you go.
Can we just not have like a 20-something-year-old playing Susan then?
Right.
Right. I think
Can
weren't
we
they
just
talking
have like a
about
huge gay age gap then between
Victoria?
them?
I don't know. Somebody who was in The Crown or that was in the Fast X. I don't know if she was in
Oh.
Fast X. The blonde girl. I'll find it. You guys keep going.
Okay.
I got it.
Van says Dwayne Johnson should play Ben Grimm.
That's pretty funny.
John Cena.
I am. I'm kind of indifferent, I think would be the term. When Marvel announces the casting, I think I'm going to hold off how I feel exactly until the trailer officially comes out, which will be a long while from now.
Yeah.
But I will always love Ewan Griffith as Mr. Fantastic. And that was the one who was when they first started doing the Fantastic Four movies, he was the one who played Mr. Fantastic. I love Ewan Griffith so much. He's Welsh. If people had a list, he'd be on my list. Yeah, sorry. That was just a confession. But I guess we'll see. I haven't seen any of them since Fantastic Four Silver Surfer, which was the second one with Ewan Griffith. I haven't seen any of the Fantastic Four since then. And maybe it's just because I just don't feel it. That's what I'm saying. I'm indifferent towards it. I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be terrible or it's going to be great. I just don't know. So.
Yeah.
Captain, thoughts?
Vanessa Kirby, before you get into it, that's the actress that had been rumored to play Sue Storm, and she's older. She's an older actress. Anyway.
Oh, that's good. At least, I mean, as long as they have everyone who's that they're age appropriate to what they're, to Pascal, that's fine. I just hate the ageism in Hollywood. Anyways, yeah, I agree with you, Metz. I actually really liked the casting for the original Fantastic Four movies. The casting wasn't the issue for me. So it's not about the casting. Whoever they get, as long as it's, as I said, it's not 30 years age difference between Sue Storm and Reed Richards. I don't think I'll have a problem with it, whether it's Pascal or whatever. Yeah, my biggest concern, and as it always has been, is with the writing and the characterizations and the story. So what is the story? Is the story good? Well, then, I think it's going to be quite arbitrary what the casting is going to be, because actors will bring what they bring, how they can bring it. Direction is a big deal, and so is because a bad director will make a bad actor. Actors get blamed a lot of the time for being terrible, but a lot of the times that's direction.
Very much
is to blame. I know I have been on plenty of sets with terrible directors. They are awful. Yeah, they can absolutely make a fine premise be really bad. So there's and great actors be terrible. I'm looking at you, hide and seek with Robert De Niro. Anyway, so that's really my biggest thing. Is just more of it doesn't really matter about the casting for me. It's about the story, with the exception of what I was just saying with the age gap thing. Just because that's a real problem, and we need to stop doing that in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I also want to add that there was also a rumor that Mads Mikkelsen would be Dr. Doom, but that was confusing because he's already been Kilius from Doctor Strange.
Well, but they could do that. They've done it before, and if they made him, if he was never out of the mask, they could do that. He would. Yeah. Oh, that would be such a great voice for him. Oh, that would be great. You know who they could get? Lars. They could get his brother Lars to do it. They have a.
For those who don't know who that is, he was General. What's his name?
Dad Bod Thrawn, yes.
Yeah, Thrawn.
Hey.
Yes. So, I mean, I agree with Metzel. I love the original casting of the Fantastic Four from the Fox's early 2000s ish ones. I thought they were great. I thought they were awful in the 2015 one. And Roger Corman definitely in the 90s had that age gap. You know, Sue was like 18 and Reed Richards was like 50 in the Roger Corman 1994 one, notoriously.
Yeah,
bad
but the
for it.
actress was not 18.
Well, that she was supposed to be 18. So
I know, but she was not 18.
Yeah. I think this is all just rumors, all just speculation. You know, if we want this to be their first family, and nothing against, you know, people becoming superheroes at 48 and 50, but maybe we have people start being superheroes at 25, 26. That way they can last a little bit longer in these, despite Paul Rudd being immortal and starting to be an Ant-Man at like 48. You know, I think, you
brother
know,
Paul.
I think we need to have that difference, because we either have YA or we have people in their 40s, and
unless you're a woman, you're a woman,
but we really don't
you're
have
like 16,
right? We really don't have people starting for the most part in their mid to late 20s. So I think we get someone that can portray the character for 10 years plus and still be able to do all of it. I think that'd be great. So
I have a rebuttal.
Yes.
Why can't we have both?
Well, what version of Fantastic Four do you want? Do you want the first family, or
No,
do you want the first family that's been around
you
for
were
20
like,
years?
we either need YA or we need that. I thought you were talking about the whole like pantheon.
No, I'm saying,
because I was
I'm
like,
saying
aren't we getting
I'm saying we either have YA or we have people in their mid to late 40s starting as superheroes for the most part.
Okay,
we need the middle ground.
Or
I agree.
Third option, we have them in their prime. Not middle ages, not middle age. But how about they were taken to a pocket dimension or something, like a quantum realm? Not the quantum realm, but there are other realms that are adjacent to 616 Earth. They could have been locked in a pocket dimension and they get out. And that's why we haven't seen them. That's why they haven't been helping out with anything. I think that's more likely. Is that they've been in space. There's been something going on in space. They've been trapped somewhere and they finally get out. And then, you know, and I think that's part of it. I don't think that we're going to get that if we do get an older crowd, it's going to be that they were taken out of the equation some way and then brought back.
I think we missed the opportunity to, and I'm not going to spoil anything for the Marvels. We missed a perfect opportunity for some space themed thing around Earth that deals with energy that could have created the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I think we missed that opportunity.
Sorry. I do think it'd be interesting. You could do kind of a hybrid in a way where you set this movie in like the 80s or something. Like they've, you know, like they're past their prime in the main universe, or kind of in the main timeline we're used to. So they're just past their prime. They were there, but then they've kind of fallen off and they're much older now and all of that. I think that would also kind of explain why we haven't seen them, because they're past their prime. They're not doing anything anymore. And, you know, we didn't know about Hank Pym and all of that until Ant-Man, right? So they could very easily say, well, this just happened, you know, much earlier, and no one really talks about it anymore. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
great discussion.
I have one more thing.
Yes.
Stephen Colbert should play Reed Richards.
There you go.
My only thing.
No,
That's
he's
not
already
better.
played
It's not by
Professor
Captain
Impossible.
All right.
Where are my Go Team Venture Brothers?
Yes. All right. Moving on. For those who missed it, we started Super Mario RPG remake. I'll just give a quick, brief synopsis. You want to hear the full-on, hour and a half of audio, 30 minutes of not audio from last night. So, This is an interesting game. I flat out give it a 10 out of 10. It is as good as the original, with only new mechanics is they have you have an overload gauge. So when you hit those perfect time hits, you fill a gauge, and then Toad can come out and give you an item or a special move. That is one major change to it. The second major change is instead of having to reload a game, say 8 times to jump on a Toad's head to get a frog coin. Hint, hint, wink, wink. When you switch screens, it automatically saves.
Oh, that's awesome.
The save boxes,
nice.
the save boxes are just like, this is something from the past. Don't worry about it. So, third,
that's cool.
You have special enemies that give you frog coins.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
You don't have to get all the hidden ones as well. And there is a new game plus, supposedly, that when you beat it, you can go back because let's face it, sometimes this game is too easy for your stuff. And the really cool feature they have here is you have the new music with like a full band playing and orchestra and pipes, stuff like that.
Whoa.
You also have the option to change it to the original music.
That's sweet.
With all the sound effects being the same. But the music is the classic one. So I'm excited for this. I need to time my 100 super jumps so I can get the super suit at some point in time. It's a lot of practice to have to do it because the timing is slightly different. Ever so slightly different. But anyone who is on the fence of getting it, get the game. If you love the original, you are going to absolutely love this. It doesn't add the unnecessary 10 hours of cutscenes that most of these RPG remakes tend to do. And let's face it, that's annoying sometimes, especially when you can't skip them. For me personally. And yes, Mallow is just as annoying, if not more so, in this game. So
why do you hate on my boy Mallow? Why you hate?
Because he reminds me of every JRPG character.
Oh no.
That's so mean.
So
stop hating on my boy Mallow. Stop it.
So
do you know just as cool though?
Oh, he's more so.
Okay.
Well, he's more so. Like I said, I was surprised at how much I remembered from the original game and doing it in this game. Like I remembered the secrets. I remember.
Well, we need to get back to playing the original because I miss playing it. I want to play more of it.
Yes, we are going to be doing a side-by-side Mario RPG. We're going to do one for Retro Alcove, and we're going to do one for Retro Remake, and do something we've never done before, is the two simultaneously.
Nice.
Dun dun dun.
So that's my 2 cents. I don't know if you guys are Mario RPG. I know Captain is.
Yeah, Mario RPG for life.
Never played it. Nope. I've never been a Nintendo person. This is the problem.
I mean,
it's one of the best NES games ever made. So
yes,
just to say, I mean, like that's saying a lot because there are some great Super Nintendo.
And I love RPGs. So I mean,
it's actually one of the best RPGs. I would say that again you did some really great one. Yeah, but hands down, it's one of the best.
And say long, it is the only Mario RPG.
Yeah, it really is the only Mario RPG.
All right, well, let's get into some spoopy stuff. Shall we? Did everyone watch the Imaginary trailer?
I watched it.
Yeah.
And I hate you.
I get it.
And I have a little friend who wants to say, I hate you too.
No. Now I gotta go see this trailer because I sorry, it's been a weird week for me, guys.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say. I mean, it looks good. It looks like a cursed object horror movie. I mean, it really does. So that's, and the explanation, they did kind of an explanation in it where it was like you sever the connection and it gets mad. And so then then it takes it out, and it's just like, okay, so basically it's like, okay, so the mom left and severed the connection. So now the kids are paying the price. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
but
cool.
it's a weird little teddy bear thing, and and it was creepy AF. That's all about all I'm gonna say. It was creepy AF.
Yes, artichoke fries. I love those.
I'm just gonna sneak and
avocado
watch
fries.
Yeah, go watch it. And we'll come back. We'll have you go last.
Yay.
All right, I'm gonna mute.
Should do.
First of all, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then second of all, it's an interesting concept. So,
Evil Teddy Ruxpin. Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm never going to see it in my entire life, but it's an interesting concept. So.
Uh-huh.
All
right, Mezzo.
My one note that I wrote said it looks like a good comedy. It's because I didn't feel any terror or fear watching the trailer, but I found it kind of campy and silly in my head, so I know that I'll have some laughs when I watch it. But that's just because like with Graveyard, like we've watched, like I'm not as much of a horror fan as he is, but like I grew up watching horror with a good friend of mine, and you just kind of because there's no in horror movies they don't like try to make you emotionally attached in any sense really that I can think of. I never have felt really emotionally attached to anyone in horror movies that I can think of, but at a time you just find it entertaining and sometimes funny. Like I remember when I was in high school, I was on a date with a boy seeing that first remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And everybody in the theater was like scared, and the bad guy like finally fell and he hurt himself, and I just busted up laughing. Because like sometimes when you do watch the horror movies, the bad guys seem to be so far ahead of the rest and completely like hard to kill or battle or whatever. And when I saw him fall and hurt himself, I just start laughing. So like sometimes I joke about how horror is another version of comedy for me.
Neat.
We'll unpack that later.
Yes. If this was the podcast, I'd be saying lots of words I cannot say on this stream.
Oh.
Okay. They are saying the producers from Blumhouse, which Blumhouse has generally done fantastic things. I do enjoy a lot of stuff. But they're first and foremost, they go from PG-13 horror movie producers.
Yeah, I know how you feel about that.
I have very, very strong adult words for those. Hey, say Wong. It is it, can I see him singing a Thunder Buddy song with their friendly teddy bear? If you get that reference,
That Teddy Ruxpin reference. That was a Teddy Ruxpin reference.
Yes, Ted. It's Ted meets Chucky.
Yeah.
I just watched it.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure people are going to get upset because people were upset by Ted. People were upset by the Teddy Ruxpin characters that Ted existed, and it was a parody of Teddy Ruxpin. People complained that Chucky was a parody of Teddy Ruxpin. And my concern is because from the looks of this is going to be another.
Chucky was
my
a
kid
parody
buddy.
of my buddy. It's like that was what that was
buddy.
from.
But I'm saying people at that time compared them to the Teddy Ruxpin. So
they were wrong.
This is going to be probably another PG-13 crap show.
Comedy.
And yeah, it's. Am I going to have to watch this? Unfortunately, yes. Do I want to watch it? No, I don't.
You can watch it for all of us.
I watch bad
movies. It for comedy.
I watch bad movies, so you don't have to.
Right, we can watch this together.
Yes.
You need someone to watch it with.
So, Captain.
All right.
Thoughts? It's hard to keep it family friendly, isn't it?
No. I'm like, how do I put this? I think you're right. It may surprise you, but I actually don't think it's a parody or a ripoff for the Teddy Ruxpin thing.
Oh.
It is Poltergeist. It's Poltergeist all the way. It's layman's Poltergeist. Sorry, guys. This is what I have to say from the It follows the story of Poltergeist. So, at least from the trailer, it's following that story.
Mhm.
I was just expecting the little girl going, "They're here" the whole time.
Yeah.
Because that's what it reminded me of. All I could think of, oh, she's lost. Can't find her. Even the imagery. So maybe it's a homage to like
Mhm.
both of those things. The Teddy Ruxpin plus, that whole creepy thing, but plus, the Poltergeist. But that's all I could see was just Poltergeist homages. Now, maybe good, maybe bad, but that's all I could see was just Poltergeist.
Yes. I after I watch this, I'll try to do a family-friendly review of it here. If not, I will post it somewhere else. I will dig into this movie.
Yeah, we should make a drinking game of how many homages to Poltergeist they have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I tend to drink during bad movies anyway.
Well,
So.
we'll warn you.
So
Yeah.
But seriously, no, seriously, Graveyard, we should do a watch night for it. It'd be great.
oh, absolutely. Let's do it.
That would be fun.
So.
Then we could do like a fake drinking game because we'll die.
Right.
Yeah. That's like, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what I mean vodka.
Yes.
This is
This is vodka? Vodka?
What?
So yeah.
All
Vodka.
right.
Awesome. Who's doing the nerd out today?
I mean, I can do it. I think Fray has something. Metz has something. I had prepared something like 3 weeks ago. So
Are you
But
gonna be? Well, are you gonna be here in
whoever.
2 weeks? Because we may just have to do you in 2 weeks.
Well, I could do the one in 2 weeks. That's not a problem.
I'm just
don't
saying
have
because
anything
Shadu
for-
will be up after this. I want to make sure we get him in the rotation. 'Cause sometimes he's not here every Saturday.
Okay.
Do you want to just do yours
No.
now? We can save.
Why don't you do
episodes
yours
and
now?
Frays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me change the banner here because I do keep this in here. So it's time for another round of shenanery with Shadu.
And again, we
Look
we,
at that.
we,
It's
we corrected
spelled
the spelling.
correctly.
I was about to say, yeah, we spelled it correctly. So, I did Dragon Age last time, so I'm going to do the other BioWare franchise. I'm going to do Mass Effect. I am replaying through. This is kind of off the cuff too, but I'm replaying through the Legendary Edition right now, which I have right here. So, I am replaying through it. I say replaying. I'm playing through it. I've played all three of them multiple times through. Legendary Edition's fun. They've updated the graphics. They've added all the DLC, all the disparate storylines. So it's very fun. It's the same. I mean, it's Mass Effect. I love it. So it's it's kind of what I talked about with Dragon Age, where it has this. Your choices matter even more so than Dragon Age in a way. Because Dragon Age, okay, it's like whatever, and here's the story, you defeating Corypheus or whatever. With Mass Effect, it affects everything. You decide who lives and dies, and your choices have major consequences. Whether you're Renegade or Paragon, which is kind of good and evil, but it's more complicated than that. And then of course which again, the endings are controversial. I understand that. I don't like the majority of them, but that's still you have a choice there. You have maybe you want to do this, and then you can do another playthrough. It's very conducive to replayability. It's great with that. It's like, I made this decision. I want to go back and do this. Like for this playthrough, I'm trying to make the decisions I've never made before, and just to see what happens. So it's really interesting. And there's obviously the whole different gender thing, and there's not much of a difference there really, but you have your different backgrounds, you have your different classes. It's incredibly replayable. It is amazing because of the choice and everything. And really that's what holds it up, because the combat is
Shut your mouth.
sometimes. No. It got better. But in the first one especially,
The combat
It could've
was
been
a
better.
little basic.
Those
basic.
Mako missions were the best ever. Quiet. funny. Actually,
All
I thought
right.
about doing this as a nerd out thing, but anyways, keep going.
Well, I mean, there's
drinking
no
the
reason you
Kool-Aid,
can't do it either.
Captain.
We have probably different thoughts, but so I love them. The characters are the best. I mean, again, as I said, Dragon Age is great with characters too, and I love both of them. With Mass Effect, they're the most memorable because you remember, oh, this character is this, and you fall in love with them, and that's really what is so important about this. And you get to learn about their backstories and their whatever, and they seem like people. They're not just, oh, look, you're carrying my. Oh, we lost Captain. Anyway, they seem like people. They're not just, oh, look, we're talk to you. I'm gonna give you a quest. Nice, nice.
There you go.
I love it.
I love it.
Garrett.
Best character in the
Garrus
game.
may be my favorite character. So
he's the best character in the game.
he is.
So I got to play a captain for Great America. I got to play Conroy Werner, and I was the biggest girl fan for this guy.
Nice.
Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
So it's these characters that you fall in love with, as we were just talking about. So that's really the core of it. It's the characters. It's they feel like people. They're not just, oh, look, I'm going to give you a quest and then go, whatever. It's not. Yeah, they're your crew. They're people that you fall in love with and you care about. And I can proudly say that at the end, the first playthrough of every game, I cried at the end of all of them. I mean, especially the third one, but I cried at the end of all of them with the credits. I was like, it's just so good.
Yeah, but that first one was just because you had to deal with the Mako throughout the whole game.
What the Mako hate?
You're like, I'm so glad it's over. I don't ever have to do the Mako again.
No, it was great. I mean, it's just
funny enough. You're not the only one who hates the Mako, but it's just
the
so
story.
I actually
the stories are great too. I mean, the whole look, existential threat. Oh, the universe is gonna end. Whatever, humanity's gonna end. I mean, that's fairly typical, but they made it matter. Because with a lot of these things, that's why it's so boring a lot of the time. Where it's like, okay, great, the Earth is going to get attacked, whatever. They make you care about it. They're like, oh, but there's these people. I care about these people. I don't want these people to die. And the second one, again, there's some mild spoilers here, but in the second one, your entire crew gets whisked away, and you care about it. You're like, okay, we're going. Let's go. Yep. Okay, we're gonna go get them. We have to do that. It makes you
and
care.
It's emotional. The reunions are so.
There's emotional stakes. And that's what really makes it so impactful. So I love
for that one racist character.
I have a question.
About her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this series one of those ones where your decisions from a previous save state would carry on to the next game?
Yes.
Very, very much so.
So because the last Mass Effect trilogy spanned multiple systems, does this carry on the entire way through?
I believe.
Are you talking about through to Andromeda, or is that what you're talking about?
1, 2, and 3 were not on the same systems.
No,
I
believe it
but,
was.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 1 was originally only on Xbox, and 2 and 3 came on the PlayStation, so you didn't have the possibility
and
of doing
Xbox.
it.
No, it came on Xbox 360 as well.
It was Xbox 360
I
and
don't,
Xbox
but I don't know if
One.
it carries over cross console necessarily.
It does, because I started on
does?
the Xbox, and I was able to play my characters.
And obviously with
I just didn't know if it's easier carry through with it being on one game now.
It's fairly easy.
However, so so I will say this. So with Xbox to the PlayStation, so if you had Mass Effect 2 on PlayStation, they give you there was a free downloadable DLC where your choices that you had from the first one, you could put and the character, you could move it over all the major decisions that they have from the first game, so you don't have to play the first game over again. You can make all those same choices and have that character.
Yeah, there's a little 15-minute
story thing, and they give you the same background. You can literally make the same character and have all the same choices.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I've done for all
They did that for all of it. though.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
was just because a lot of people hadn't played the first two and they were getting on at the third one, and so that's why they did it. But if you
And you
had
could
been
do-
playing, you could have skipped it and just said
You
upload.
you could have skipped it,
yeah.
upload, and then all you had to do is upload your character,
Oh,
which
right.
I was able to do.
And-
So that's why they have it so you connect to the internet too from there. So
Yeah.
you can move over, just like they did with Dragon Age
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Well, with Dragon Age, it was a little bit more complicated.
Yeah,
But
a little
yeah,
more
but it
complicated.
You could carry over, but if you didn't want to do that, it's a whole other system where you had to actually go on the website and do a whole thing, and mine didn't even work the first time. I have, like, when I played through Inquisition, I did not have the same Hawk because I did it wrong, and it didn't want to connect to the same account.
Oh,
And
wow.
so-
I mean, I was able to have the same Hawk, but I didn't. Inquisition
Yeah,
was
it was like I didn't
something.
have my snarky Hawk. I had like the stereotypical, like, I'm serious and whatever. It's like, no, that's not how I played him. I played him as like a rogue.
Well, you are playing him through someone else's eyes who's telling you a story that may or may not
Right.
be
No, I mean, that's
a reliable narrator.
So who knows?
Wow.
No, and that's how I justified it. So, and I'm playing through Inquisition again right now with that.
I feel like I'm
Hawk
watching a
too,
tennis
but-
match because they're both beside me.
I mean,
oh,
Varric is king, so you know.
But the great thing with
Oh.
the Legendary Edition is it is all 3 games in one, so you don't even have to worry about it carrying over because it will.
Okay.
It will carry over automatically. So you don't have to worry about that. It's all 3 of them. And
he
it's got all
stole
the
it from me.
DLC.
He stole the
and all
game
that.
from me,
I
and
did.
he won't
you
give it
haven't,
back.
You haven't finished it
He
yet.
won't
I
give
wanted
the
to play
game
it.
back. I want to play it, and he won't give it back.
Well, you can... So anyway, that's the great
Don't
thing
be
about
mean about it.
Legendary Edition 2. So
Sorry for my
No.
large reaction there for a second.
okay.
When I got my new mic, a sticker, a big Shure sticker came. So I put it on my desktop really quick, just to stick it on the side. And then I went to throw the wrappers away. The trash can about 8 to 10 feet away, and I made it. And the trash
Yay.
can's full, so I was like, oh, no one saw that.
I mean, your action was to like the internet, like the internet.
Yeah. Internet.
So anyway, so Mass Effect is amazing. If you have doubts, play it. If you like RPGs that are actually conducive to actual role play,
Yes.
and actual, you can create your character how you want them to be, then go play Mass Effect. All
Mass
of them.
Effect. This is my
They're
favorite
great.
game on the system.
I can
Yeah.
talk about the new Sims 4 trailer. Just kidding.
Oh.
We'll save it for next time.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Anyway, they're great. Go play them.
Awesome. Well, I think it's time to do our pluggables. Great show, everyone. Let's start with the one and only Shadu.
Ooh. Well, I am Shadu Studios, SHU Studios, here on YouTube and on Instagram. I do short films, music, and other nerdy stuff. I am also on. This is a struggle every time. Also on Fray's channel.
I'm raising my hand. Hi, right here.
Gotcha. We have a series called Classified, where we take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into their respective D&D classes. We also have a companion series called Journals of Classes, where we go through each of the D&D classes and their subclasses. We have a new episode of Journals of Classes, which came out yesterday on Monk. So go and watch that. I'm fairly proud of it. I'm also in the Kyber Cave sphere, as you can see. I'm on Saturday Morning Nerd Out on Saturday mornings, obviously. I'm also on our sister channel, Distance Nerding. I am on the Download on Tuesdays and the Build on Thursdays with Graveyard.
Thank you very much. Fray.
Hello, I'm Fray. He took a lot of my stuff, so
Oh.
yeah, it's fine. I'm happy about it. I don't have to say as much. All right.
Comprehensive.
I have my own channel. I do it with that guy there. There, yeah. And and we do classified, we do journals of classes, corgi shorts. I did a reaction video recently coming out of the Marvels that has a bad word in it. Not really that.
Yeah. Also the Classified and Journals classes. It depends, but usually they're not that family friendly. So
Yeah. No, they're not
Yeah.
bad. I don't think we
no, they're not bad. It's
Anyway.
it's not inappropriate. It's just there's some Some cursing.
Yep. I'm also here on Kyber Cave every Saturday that they'll allow me to be here. The Saturday morning nerd out. And I do ladies' night with two of you ladies over here. Ooh, ladies over there. I don't know. Anyway, I can't hand right now. All right. And so I do that, and we're having fun with that. And yeah, what else? Distance Nerding. I'm on the download for them. You can catch me on all my socials. It's at Fray Comics or at Fray Girl. And yeah, that's me. Stay nerd positive, everybody.
Woo!
Captain, my captain.
Hello, I am the captain, your captain. I am here on Kyber Cave Productions at least 3 to 4 times a week. I do gaming with Mezzo on Wednesdays, and now we're starting Thursdays with the ladies' night. We are also going to be starting New Order sometime, I don't know when, sometime which will also feature all of these lovely people right here. Those will be uploads.
Very, very excited for it. So
yeah, we just need to get the finishing stuff done. That's it. That's all it is.
You can also check out her music on Spotify, which I've linked in the comments.
I also do music. That's what I actually went to school for. That's what I do. I've done music for these lovely people here as well.
And she's amazing. And go through it.
Oh, thank you. And I will we'll be getting more content coming out as well. So
Sweet.
Anyways.
Thank you very much. Puzzle Queen.
Hi, I'm Mezzo. I'm on here normally like 3 times a week, 4 times. I'm director, editor, producer, whatever here. I also have my own Twitch channel, which you can catch on at Mezzo, twitch.tv/MezzoJD. If you want to catch me on my socials, I'm linking those. It's Twitter or X, whatever, and Instagram. And that's it.
That's it.
I don't like talking about myself very much.
Yes.
I have a new mic. There's my plug. So excited.
Beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Yes, and hopefully in December we can start back up Escape for the Weekends.
Yes, we have a Graveyard Night. We're doing escape rooms on Fridays to like introduce people to the weekend to have fun. And we haven't been able to do that. That could either be a stream or an upload, just depending, I guess. But yeah, those will be fun when we get those back on too.
Yes,
absolutely.
Thank you very much. I'm Graveyard. You can find me on all things horror at Pod Out at Night. Make sure to check out our new show, Conversations of the Void, which introductions by Mezzo, music by Captain, and you can find that at Pod Out Night and YouTube. You can find all our new episodes on comicconradio.com/podcast for all our new episodes, archival episodes, or wherever you get your podcast. You can find me here 2 to 3 days a week, Kyber Cave Productions. You can see me harassing Phil with AI Phil on Mondays on Distance Nerding on his Twitch. You can see me on the build on Thursdays. Doing interviews. Yeah. Doing interviews and all the brackets all the time over at Distance Nerding. And coming soon to Amazon Prime is a little movie called Split Screen by Horror Dads Productions, where I had the absolute pleasure of helping make one of the 2 parts and being in it as well. And make sure to check out Horror Dads Productions and Amazon, give a review, and tell them they need more beard in all their movies so I can get more credits to my IMDb. Let's get this going, shall we? So
they still haven't called me. You get on to them about
that. So yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us another Saturday morning. Now make sure to join our Discord. We are always there doing fun games, all things horror, all things nerdy, all things all the time. And make sure to join our Patreon just for a little $1 a month. You can join our Patreon, help support our channel, and it gives you entered to win chances for sweet free swag. And May 4th every year, you have a chance to win a super duper lightsaber from Kyber Cave. So make sure to kybercave.com, pick yourself up a lightsaber, and when you get yourself a lightsaber, go to saberfont.com/ForzaFX and get yourself a sound font from the one and only Husbeard4's FX. And if you like merch that none of us are wearing right now, go to kcpmerch.com.
I don't remember these
And we have
things.
new merch coming all the time.
Oh,
to
yeah.
help
Yeah,
support
there we
our
go.
channel.
There you
Yes. There you go. Yeah. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. For every 100 subscribers we get, we give away a free lightsaber. How many subs are we away, Metzel? Do you know?
I can check right now for you. We
Wow.
are
I was gonna say. Well, she's checking.
46 away.
46 away. So let's get that.
Yay!
Let's make it
Let's
so.
do
Make it
it.
happen.
Let's make it someone's winter solstice gift.
There we
Yes.
go.
Also, May
That's really
4th is my birthday, so
Yes. We give away a lightsaber for Captain's birthday
Every year.
how to do
every
it.
year. So make sure to share this and comment down below. What do you want to see us nerd out about? If you like the Mad Libs world of Star Wars and other shows coming out, make sure to subscribe. It helps get into the algorithm, and like it and comment, get all the things nerdy going on here. So I believe we don't have anything next week except a pre-recorded Retro Alcove.
I think Hearts of Kyber might have been happening, but I think that depends on everyone's schedule for the week of Thanksgiving, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
so if nothing else, we will have a new Retro Alcove upload on Monday. Stay tuned for posts for everything else. Saber Rattle is off tomorrow night. We are off next week.
Woot.
And I think
Nice.
Beard in the Chair is not also happening next week as well. But stay tuned. Like I said, if you hit that subscribe button, you'll be notified of all new uploads as they come out. So until next time, everyone have
Happy
a good night.
holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, eat all the
Bye, guys.
turkey
Happy
all the
holidays.
time.
If you're in
Bye.
America, eat a lot of turkey. If you're not,